RingGangRadio.com. Take over. Last mission. Final boss mode.
Yeah, what's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpion, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do is LB, aka Lauderdale Boss, aka Shutterworth the God, the GOAT artist, Soul Wars creator, RingGangRadio.com in the building.
Yes, sir. Ring Gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
What's good? You already know who this is. Your boy King P, Bodega Boxer in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go.
Hey, Bodega P. You know, usually straight from the sewer, but I believe you're above ground today, P.
Oh, yep. I'm above ground. Taking a day off today.
That's what it is, man. Like I said, because usually, I mean, if he wasn't, he'd be out there fighting crime, you know, with random niggas with, you know, brains in their stomachs and, you know, other mutated creatures, mutated pigs, mutated rhinos, all types of shit.
Yeah, I took a day off from all that. You know what I'm saying? I'll Serrano KO these bitches another day.
That's what it is, yo. And as always, man, we salute you for your service. And last but certainly not least, I got my other man here. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy, Conscious Pilot here, representing Ring Gang Radio. Let's get it.
Yeah, you know, short and to the point, yo. Conscious Pilot, you know, because he stays elevated and above everyone. That's what it is, man. So, yeah, we got some recap, we got some previews going on, and the first thing we're going to do is we are going to recap, and the last leg of the Ring City card in Puerto Rico. You know, and Puerto Rico was for the last 2 weeks, Ring City's had their card in Puerto Rico, and we've been fucking with it, like the whole ambience, the whole background, like, I mean, the shit feels like, like a stage in Street Fighter or some shit like that, some random ass stage. So, and then the action has been on point too. That's even more important. It's not just like the ambience, but the action in the ring. Like the matchmaking for Ring City has really gone up.
Have we gotten a stinker yet?
The only stinker is probably maybe the first card, because the first card they aired was kind of one-sided. Because I think that might have been the only blemish so far.
But then after that, it just was like full steam ahead.
Yeah, like, some fades, some almost fight of the year type. Almost fight of the year. We haven't had a legit fight of the year from Ring City yet, but we're probably getting close to that. You know what I mean?
You've been having some upsets and some good fights though. Like, not an upset, not a fight of the year yet, but yeah, no. I think you'll get one in maybe next month.
Yeah, next month. I mean, especially because we got our man Charles Conwell. He's in one of those main events for next month, man, and he always brings the thunder. So, but yeah, though, Puerto Rico, man. So I mean, yeah, the main event from the last one was Amanda Serrano versus Daniela Bermudez. One hadn't been defeated in 9 years, the other one I think 7 years. But before that, they had two fights on the undercard that were just as entertaining. First, we had the Baez brothers. The first one that was up to bet was Eduardo Baez, who pretty much, he got himself a good, he won a good unanimous decision over Abimael Ortiz. It was pretty, although to me, I thought it was a closer fight, but a couple of judges saw them shits wide, but, I mean, I'm not really mad at it. It is what it is. It was still a good fight though, so I can't be but then the co-main though, that shit was a slugfest. Carlos Carballo, and we've heard his name before because he's been seen as like a prospect. He's one of Miguel Cotto's like biggest prospects on the island over there. And there were rumors that his hype was, he was a little bit overrated. Against Leonardo Baez, the other Baez brother, I didn't see one bit of overratedness. I mean, this is what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, that performance was on point.
Yeah, Baez. I don't know what his issue was, but I mean, Baez was like, he was determined to take some fades, but Carballo was just lighting his ass up. Like it was like that wasn't even his punching was for real. Like I mean, he was 14 over 14 knockouts. Like his power is absolutely
Them
ridiculous.
uppercuts, man.
Yeah, the
Like
uppercut.
he was throwing them like back to back and just landing on it. And he was doing it with some slickness too, like with some footwork. Like
Yeah,
it almost looked like a more controlled Freitas. Like I don't know. It was nice. It was a nice fight.
I can see that.
yeah, like
That's a good comparison.
yeah,
Word.
The Freitas one.
yeah, like the uppercuts and then the hooks too. It was like, I mean, Baz was like he was hit with so much. I mean, he got drunk early of those punches, and then I think the referee was kind of letting him get his ass beat like an extra 30 seconds, like when it was clear that the fight could have actually been ended at that particular time. You know, it was crazy. They finally stopped it in the 4th round. So yeah, I mean that's probably another cat we definitely gotta look out for, man. And you know that's bantamweight if I'm not mistaken. Bantamweight is a crazy division right now. Bantamweight is a crazy division right now. I mean, you know, you could definitely see this dude in the mix at some point. But the undercard was excellent, and then the main event, you know, with Amanda Serrano and Daniela Bermudez, and the story of that fight was god damn, Bermudez could take some shots. Like for a minute, like I said that was gonna be one of those fights. Like okay, you know, because Serrano is one can punch. Like there's no bullshit. There's no bullshit with her power. Like I mean, she punches correctly and she punches through her opponents. Like everything. Like she has a snap. Everything. She has a fall through. All like she punches absolutely correct. And she was just lacing Bermudez. And Bermudez, all she was doing, like Bermudez didn't exactly make it tougher. Like she kept on going in a straight line, not cutting off the ring. Like I know LB's kind of, you know, we've talked about, you know, fighters not really cutting off the ring like they used to, just following her and just absorbing shots, just to land some.
And she did land something, especially in the first half, but it was like an occasional. It was like a good overhand right.
Right.
But every 3-4 shots she would eat.
Yeah, and I'm just like, yo, and she was doing this round after. I mean, and this is a 2-minute round, so we're thinking to myself, oh snap, yeah, maybe she might
temporarily
Serrano going forward. It was kind of crazy how she just kept going forward for a bit until that body shot.
Yeah, until then, Serrano started focusing on the body, and even then, like the body shots weren't slowing her down immediately. It took a little. It took a couple more rounds.
To add up.
Yeah.
Accumulate.
Yeah, you know, and I was like, man, she might actually go the distance. I was like, okay, this is gonna be interesting. Like, you know, I know people I was following on Twitter, and people was like, okay, you know, we gotta see what her drug test is gonna be like because she's absorbing all these shots and not taking a step back.
Yeah, because even Serrano took a step back on the occasional time she would get hit, but
yeah,
it's crazy how Bermudez in it on step back.
Yeah, you know, I mean, because after she got hit, she took a step and reset and bam, you know. But Bermudez, you know, she's from Argentina. You know, Argentinians are tough. You know, they're tough. They're tough people. You know, but finally, you know, like I said, it took some time though. But finally, you know, the body shots broke her down, and then the 9th round, a left hand to the body, you know, gave her Bermudez like it was delayed too. Like it was a whack to the body, and then she kind of turned away, walked, and then took a knee. and then I was like, and yeah, she didn't bother to get up. She was like, yeah, you know, she was done. Like, that was it. So man, so it was a very wildly entertaining fight. You know, Serrano, you know, like I said, one of the best fighters, and not even just the women fight, one of the best fighters in the world today. You know, that was a great fight, and yeah, of course now we're waiting to see what's the next step for her. You know, either because you know she's fought up in like 7 different divisions. Like, you know, now it's like, do we finally get the Katie Taylor fight that we were robbed of some time ago?
I'll hold my breath on that one.
Oh, what was that? Who?
I said I'll hold my breath on that one, even though I want it so badly.
Yeah, I know.
Man, I said I would hope so. It just we both canceled each other out because we wanted the same thing at the same time.
True. But yeah, I mean, it's either that or Michaela Mayer, at 130. So I mean, those
I
are
think that low key might be the fight because sounds
That's
like
a
we're
hell
gonna
of
get
a fight.
it sounds like we're gonna probably get McCaskill Taylor, which I have no problem with.
yeah.
But we may as well get like a little round robin going. I think that would really boost women's boxing, especially if you get those four talented fighters, and we could get a Serrano Mayer fight going, and the winner fights McCaskill Taylor winner. Like that would be dope.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that would be a dope fight. But yeah, it's definitely Serrano's time to come because, like I said, she's been in the background, basically fighting on minor cards, going through, fighting, with in MMA too. Like it's her time to actually shit should start paying off for her. Like she needs. I mean, women's boxing is getting like a big boost right now. She needs to be part of it.
Yeah. If you look at it this year, if you just think about like on the entertainment value, like the entertainment scale, like this is only the beginning of the year.
Right.
But this has been one of the best years for women's boxing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, first of all, I'm happy because number one, unlike in other sports, WNBA, yes, women's boxing, is getting its proper boost, and there are there are some excuses, but not, but at least the product itself is overweighing the some of the complaints that we hear. And honestly, that's what it needs. Just for fights to happen in the ring and for the fights to be, people are getting it done in the ring.
Yeah, it works on both levels. It got to be promoted. First of all, you got to get the right matchups made.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. Number two is you got to promote it and put a promotion behind it.
Absolutely.
Number three is they got to deliver in the ring. Like, there's no point of doing number one and two on point, but then number three coming, y'all fucking playing patty cake and bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, women's fight. I mean, it's only got to get bigger this year, and I, like I said, I look forward to all the matches that will happen in the next almost a little bit over 8 months or so of the year.
Women's boxing is in a prime spot right now.
Yeah. What did you say, Pilot?
I was gonna say, I mean, every weekend it seems like there's a couple good women fight. So it's a
Very
good look.
I mean, honestly, I look forward to the women's fights just as much as the men's fights.
Facts.
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
absolutely facts.
It's just
because Breaker's McCaskill was like, to me, that was like a good one. That was the rematch night. Like, how often you get two good rematches as a doubleheader type shit?
I'm saying.
Like, we might have gotten spoiled a little bit this year.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think this coming week, we have a little reprieve from women's fights. Then I know, then the week after, obviously, we're gonna pick up. I mean, whereas mostly on the zone, we'll talk about those in more detail. With Savannah Marshall and Shannon Courtenay and Ebony Bridges and all that. Like they'll be fighting in the second week of April. So yeah, I mean, women's fighter they got prime positions on.
And that's another two names that put on good fights and performances. Marshall last fight was good.
Yeah.
Shannon Courtney fight was good. Like she be getting in some competitive, entertaining bouts, letting the hands go.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, they're in prime position because they're on the Ben Vargas card, which is that's a big card over there. I mean, obviously just to see if Conor Ben can actually how he actually handles a veteran, but we'll get into more of that in a couple of weeks or so for sure. But yeah, women's boxing is definitely in prime position right now to do some big things. So we just hope they can keep its momentum up.
Yeah.
But but kudos to Ring City though. I mean, the Puerto Rican leg of Ring City card was excellent. Hopefully Sean Porter, unfortunately I think he got COVID, so hopefully fast recovery for him, and hopefully what happened with Sean Porter now, hopefully it doesn't really affect him in the ring, which is probably a good segue into our next topic. Alexander Povetkin versus Dillian White, the rematch. Oh man!
Shout outs to what's that? That Jay Lewis.
Yeah, shout out to Jay Lewis. You know, hi Jay Lewis. Oh man, yeah, yes, you know, yes, I know who that actually is. So,
Oh.
yeah, shout out to her. You know, she supports both, you know, in person and behind the scenes too. You know, gang. Real talk. So yeah, definitely. But yeah, Rebecca and White too. The fight. I mean, I'm not saying like the fight wasn't entertaining enough. It was. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
it was.
Yeah, it was